Now we will study the functions of central bank. Now I already said that in every country there is only one central bank. For India, the central bank's name is Reserve Bank of India or RBI. Now what is the position of the central bank? Now central bank forms the apex body or the top body in the banking institution system. So it is the head of all the commercial banks that exist. Now commercial banks can be many. To name a few, suppose SBI, Maharashtra Bank, Bank of Baroda. So all these banks, they are commercial banks. And there can be many commercial banks. But the father is only one. So their father or the regulating body who controls over all the commercial bank is the central bank. Like a person can have many daughter or son. So there can be many daughter and son, but the father is one. Similarly, there can be many branches or many commercial banks, but the top position rests in the hands of central bank, who is mainly activity is to control the commercial banks, control the functioning and regulating the commercial bank when need arises. Now going to the main functions of central bank. Now one more thing I want to add on. Commercial banks, they are profit maximizers. This is the main difference. So when you will get to know about the functions of central bank, and in the previous video already I have given the functions of the commercial bank, you will be able to draw what are the differences between commercials and central bank. So number one difference is there can be many commercial banks, but there is only one head or controlling body, one central bank in any economy. Second difference, commercial banks' purpose is to maximize profit. So whatever service do they give, the loan facility or credit creators we call them in the economy, but all the things they extend to is for maximizing their own profit. But central bank is the controlling head, and its main function is to control the credit flow, or I have already written in the fifth point, controller of credit. So whatever loan the commercial bank extends, if there is too much of loan or too much of lending in the economy, that is also a problem, because money becomes very cheap. Money is very readily available, money supply. So people will start taking loan and demanding many things which they never used to with the income fractile they belong to. So there will be excess of demand in the economy, excess demand, but that much production cannot take place. And when you have excess demand and shortage of any commodity, the producers will not be able to cater the needs of all the demanders. So what will automatically happen? They will increase the price so that many demanders will now not demand the thing at increased rate, and they will slowly stop demanding, and the demand and supply will come to the equilibrium stable situation. Excess demand will get removed from the country. But it also brings in one problem of inflation. When the price rises of all the goods, it is not good for the consumers because we feel the pinch in the pocket. So the price rises and it leads to inflation. Next problem, what happens? If there is too much lending, the commercial banks, why do they lend? For the purpose of earning a huge rate of interest and for the purpose of earning huge profit for the banks. But it may turn a different, there can be a different result or outcome. Now, when we lend without knowing or having the customer knowledge, it might be so that customers, they turn as loan waiver, they are not repaying back the loan. So basically, whose money is gone? The bank which has lended the money, the prince, in the aim of earning interest, they are not earning interest also, and they even have to lose the principal amount. Suppose the commercial bank has lent 5,000, and by lending 5,000 it will earn an interest of 500. But suppose this individual X who takes the loan turns out to be a loan waiver. So he will not only paying the interest, but he doesn't even pay the principal amount. This interest is the income of commercial bank or profit. So when the X does not return the loan, it not only loses the income. Commercial bank not only loses the income, but it also loses the money which was with the bank, which it has lent on trust basis to the individual X. And it is basically the money of the individuals, those who save in the bank. So bank have the liability to return the money to its depositors. So it will be a total pain for the commercial bank if they lend out without knowing the customer who will repay the loan and who will not. So in order to control the actions of commercial bank, central bank is there which controls the credit flow. That means central bank takes certain steps which we will discuss later, how to control the functioning of commercial bank when it is actually lending in the economy. Sometimes lending has to be increased, so central bank gives the permission to the commercial bank to increase the lending, to increase the money supply, to increase the loan amount. And sometimes it controls the credit flow, and commercial banks have to give less loan to the public, and this is the way the central bank acts as a balancer, acts for bringing stability or control in the economy. So this is the second function. Commercial banks are profit earners. Central banks, they are only there for getting stability in the economy, and their main function is not to earn profit. Now, the first point, monopoly of note issue. Suppose in an economy, the money that is in circulation, suddenly it is such a situation that money should be more in the hands of the public, and money supply has to be increased in the country for circulation purpose, for conducting transaction. So for forming this note, the issuance, commercial bank, nobody can create a 2000 rupees note on our free will. But central bank, whenever it feels necessary that note issue is mandatory, it has the monopoly or the supreme power to issue notes and bring it up and increase the money supply. And here the difference between central bank and commercial is, central banks can issue note, commercial banks cannot. Number 2, acts as a banker to commercial banks. Now when we general public, we have no connection with the central bank. For us, the bank is the commercial banks, where we go save our excess cash, and the commercial banks use it for lending purpose. Now when the commercial banks earn profit and it earns income, then they will save where? The government, when it earns taxation, where will the government send? Where will the government keep the money? For storage, proper storage. So for the commercial banks as well as the government, central bank acts as the bank. So central bank is a banker to commercial banks as well as government, and commercial banks are only acting as a banker for us general public. Number 3, custodian of foreign exchange. Now commercial banks, I said, they deal in buying and selling of foreign exchange. So whenever we need any kind of foreign currency, we can go to the commercial bank, exchange bank, and we can sell our rupees and get dollars. Or we can sell dollars and get rupees if we need rupees. But central bank does not deal in buying and selling of foreign exchange. What does it do? Custodian means store. It stores foreign exchange. Now, why does it stores foreign exchange? More amount of money in any country means it can escape emergency situations easily. So what happens? The RBI, it stores the foreign currencies and when it uses in case of emergency. For example, India has to import something, but India don't have the capability to actually fulfill the import bill. So that is the time when RBI will come to help with its foreign exchange reserves. Number 4, publishes important information and economic statistics. Now you all know that in any country there is different problem or like unemployment, employment, poverty. So these are variables because unemployment varies every day. Every day some people are getting removed from unemployed status and joining employment, and some are getting unemployed from employed status. So all these variables go up and down every day. Poverty rate also vary throughout the year. Sometimes you will see that number of poor people is more in some year it is less. So all these variables, how can we keep a track of it, that when the rate is going up and when it is going down? So for knowledge of all these variables, figures have to be collected, surveys have to be done. So RBI conducts such survey and publishes the statistics. Statistics means the value of the variable. What is the unemployment rate or what is the poverty rate? So it gives a clear-cut idea about the situations prevailing in the country. So the important economic statistics and the important economic information is conducted by the central bank and published by them. And fifth point already I have discussed, controller of credit. So these are the functions of central bank, and if difference between commercial and central bank is asked, then you have so many differences. From the functions only you can understand. Central bank, there is only one. Commercial banks can be many. Central banks are the controlling or regulating body. It regulates the functioning of the commercial bank. Commercial banks are there for profit maximizing. Central banks are there for stability. Commercial banks' main function is to create credit or loan so as to earn profit, but central bank looks after whether the economic position is stable, whether giving more loan is necessary or less loan is necessary. So it controls the credit flow from the commercial banks. It has the monopoly to issue note and increase the money supply whenever need arises, but commercial banks don't have the authority or power to issue note. Central bank acts as a banker to commercial bank and government. So commercial banks and government, they can keep their excess cash. Central bank serves as their bank, and many a times when commercial bank and government requires loan or money, central bank helps them with the money. So it is also known as lender to the last resort. Commercial banks when they need cash, government when they need cash, it is the central bank who gives them. But for general public, we keep our excess cash with commercial bank in the form of saving, fixed deposit, and whenever we are in need of loan, the commercial bank gives us money. So commercials act as a banker to general public. Central bank acts as a banker to commercial bank and the government. It is a storehouse of foreign exchange, stores the foreign exchange of the country so that it can evade all emergency situation, whereas commercial banks are engaged in buying and selling of foreign currency, which facilitates trade. Number 4, it publishes important statistics, important variables, information to know the position of the country where it lies, but commercial bank does not involve in all these things. 5, controller of credit, and commercials are creator of credit.